Kingdom of Sweden is located in northern Europe on the eastern part of the Scandinavian peninsula. Sweden borders Norway, Finland, the Gulf of Bothnia, and the Baltic Sea, and is slightly larger than California. Two-thirds of Sweden's land is mountainous. Because of this, most of Sweden's nearly 9 million people live in the low-lying southern third of the country. Stockholm is the largest city in Sweden. It's also the home of the national government. Although Sweden was a military power during the 17th century, it hasn't participated in a war in almost 200 years. This long period of peace has allowed Sweden to spend less on its military and more on helping the country and its people prosper. Sweden has developed a high-tech capitalist system that provides extensive welfare benefits to its people. As a result, Sweden has one of the highest standards of living in the world. But these benefits don't come cheaply. The government collects high taxes from its people and industries to pay for them. One of the industries that gives the Swedish government some of this much-needed tax money is forestry. About 65% of Sweden is covered by forest. It has so much wood that the timber industry can supply all of Sweden's needs and have enough left over to make forestry products one of Sweden's top exports. Because the country has been so stable and successful for so long, it hasn't needed to overexploit its natural resources to earn money. Unlike many other timber-producing countries, Sweden works hard to make sure its logging industry cuts down trees responsibly. Even 100 years ago, the government passed strict rules to make sure that too much of the forest was not cut down. Today, the forestry industry actually plants more trees than it cuts down. The Swedes see their forests as much more than a way to earn money. Sweden was the first country in all of Europe to create a national parks system back in 1909. The Swedes celebrate many nature-related festivals and holidays. And they participate in outdoor sports and activities all year round. The government even created a national hiking fitness test back in the 1930s. By the 1970s, hiking was so popular that more than 3 million Swedes had passed this voluntary timed test, just for the fun of it. The natural environment has always been important to the Swedish way of life. And the Swedes are trying to make sure they'll be able to keep it that way for generations to come.